Would you personally date a transgender person?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
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 And why is that?
I'm heterosexual.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel again, The Blind Followers. And today, we're going to be reacting to another video. Would you date a transgender person? So, but before we step in, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified as soon as I upload another video. And also, please do share with your family and friends, and as I'm trying to grow my channel. So please help me out too. So without not wasting any of your time, let's jump in there.
Would you personally date a transgender person?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
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 And why is that?
I'm heterosexual.
Would you date a transgender person? First, we're gonna ask Georgetown, and then we're gonna ask the Hood.
Either of you guys date a transgender?
Yeah, I would. Yes.
And have you ever done it?
No.
Yeah, I'm already in a relationship.
Is it a transgender relationship?
No, it's not.
Would you date a transgender person?
I don't see why not. I don't think it's like that big of a deal.
Would you personally date a transgender person?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Would you date a transgender?
No, I'm a transgender. I like men.
A man that's dressed as a woman would make me appear to be a lesbian in public, but I'm heterosexual. I wouldn't date a woman that's dressed as a man because then that is being a lesbian, and I'm not a lesbian, so.
Why don't you want to?
I mean, I'm straight, bro. Like, I like females.
Right.
Real
That's
females,
my
you know what I'm saying? So if you're dating a transgender person and you're straight at the time, does that mean you're straight after you date them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're
Really?
still straight. Like you're a guy and you're dating a trans girl.
Yeah. I think you're still
Yeah.
straight. Because also sometimes it's just hard to tell.
You're still straight even if you're dating a transgender person?
Yes.
I guess because it's your own sexuality, and I guess it doesn't really matter in regard to who you're dating as long as it's what you are.
When do we reach that point where you're no longer
What
straight?
the heck? Who are these people? Oh man, I don't understand. Who are these people? Like, these are the ones we refer to as the educated ones in the campus. Like dating a transgender person, that does not make you a gay or lesbian? Like, you guys are saying that dating a trans person still make you straight? How? How does that make you straight? It's like stealing something and you say you stole something, but you're not a thief. Who does that?
It's like, okay, let's say you're a male, but then you're with someone who was a woman but transitioned into a male, then I guess like you would be
Like
gay
two
then.
people who identify as the same gender.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so it's all by identity, not necessarily by biology in that respect, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
People are telling us that you could date a transgender person and still be straight. Does that make sense to you?
No, that don't make sense because they changed their gender. So technically, you still not straight. You changed your gender for that person.
No, because they're not originally a girl. I
That
wouldn't
is
say
it.
that you still be straight.
You think that's something else at that point?
Yeah, it's something else. You might have to make up something.
It don't make sense. It is how you straight, but you dating. I guess because they changed their
Nah, it
gender.
doesn't.
But like, it still don't make sense.
Right.
Because you were born your way.
Can't still be straight and do that. I don't see how that can be.
That doesn't make any sense to you? People say that, yeah.
Why do you think some people are hesitant to date a transgender?
With a lot of religion, people want to say that it's their only personal belief. They don't understand that it's just how people are, and like being transgender doesn't mean that you're bad. Like you're just a person. Like that's how you are. That's how you're born.
There's a lot of unknown, you know, and that like really freaks people out.
Probably just scared to get judged if they're dating a transgender. Like, oh, then people are gonna think I'm gay. Or
Why do you think people wouldn't want to date a transgender person?
they're transphobic and homophobic.
Probably that they just don't
understand.
Why do you think some people don't want to date transgenders?
Shit. What are these people learning at school? Oh man. Oh, I think these people, they are not learning anything in school. I think they are just being indoctrinated into thinking in a certain way, you know, because these people who are in the campus, I've not seen any people with critical thinking mindset and people who actually does their homework or research. Because if you can be standing here and saying this kind of things, it means you're not even like you are just like you're a computer. You're a computer, like, you know, they just press give you any command, then you just produce what you are programmed to display. This is what is going on in the Western world today and their school systems. They neglect logical thinking and common sense for feelings and stupidity in the name of empathy.
Well, it's a choice. Some people don't want to date men. Some people don't want to date women.
Why exactly do you not want to?
Because I'm not into them. But they're cool. I will hang with them. But personally, I'm not doing that. Dating, not doing that. I won't say nothing about nobody's personal opinion. If you like transgenders, that's fine. Because I got gay friends, lesbian friends. Like, it's just up to you.
So do you think a lot of this is education based?
Yeah, I think like if we start young, we could definitely like teach children to be more accepting and more loving of everyone of different identities.
Like starting like kindergarten, preschool?
Yeah, I think so. Just showing like different families and different identities of people.
Exactly. Like I said, indoctrination, you should start indoctrinating the children from kindergarten and, just, look, well, they're also selfish. Like, so selfish and so blind, they don't think. These people talking here, they don't even know it's true by a man and a woman. That is why they are here as human today. If their father wants to meet another man, their mother wants to meet another woman, 100% they will not be here saying this nonsense. So these people are...
Feel about their identity and in their own skin is really helpful.
Why do you think some people wouldn't date a transgender person?
I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with things that they are not educated on. We don't talk about it enough, and so a lot of people don't know how to approach things like this.
They're scared because it's different to them, and they don't like to go beyond their bubbles.
I think a lot of people just don't understand, and there's like a lot of fear mongering. So what they do know is like a very limited perspective, or is from a very particular lens.
People are scared of what they don't know about, and they're just uneducated, and they don't make the efforts to educate themselves.
Yeah, and how do you think we change that? Is that something we would like go to the schools?
I think we could introduce more education in the schools and like things like health classes, but I think a lot of places are really against that. Just they're against like sex ed and all that in general. So it's hard, but I think the schools would be a good place to start.
Teach people to do what? Why don't we start teaching people on how to steal? Or teaching people on how to rape? Or teaching people on how to go around and committing crimes and what have you? Why don't we start teaching people to start drinking and driving? Why don't we start teaching people to like teachers to get drunk and go to classes to teach in that manner, since we are looking for inclusiveness and how to according to their code, empathy. All these things are not empathy. Like whatever you guys are saying here right now, trying to you're trying to make people feel good. That is not empathy, that is stupidity. You guys are just exercising stupidity here.
It requires some education to like move past that in order to like challenge the belief that you hold. It might be a true belief, but it's like that belief is informed by information that if they were to be educated about or were to seek more information about, it might challenge that belief itself.
Some people that we spoke to said that the reason people wouldn't want to date a transgender person is because of education. Do you agree with that?
I'm going to say no, because that's not
the way I
go.
You would never change your feelings, right?
Nah.
Do you think that like we should be trying to educate people to change their feelings?
If you want to, and if they're open to hear it.
So you don't think you could teach someone feelings?
You can teach people feelings, but people, not everybody gonna accept how you feel.
Do you guys think there's any other reason that someone wouldn't want to date a transgender person?
I'm sure there's like a lot of personal beliefs one would hold. Personally, I think that those beliefs are like backed up by information that's unsupported.
I identify as straight, unfortunately, but I feel like I would be open to it for sure. Unfortunately.
You think that's unfortunate?
That I'm straight? It's not the vibe these days.
Did you guys date a transgender?
Whoa! It's not the vibe these days? So which means you guys are just following the trend. Like I normally say, you guys are just following the trend, you see? You see, not the vibe these days. So these days, the vibe these days is being trans and being lesbian, gay, or whatever. So that is a new vibe. So that everybody has to follow. You see? And they will tell you, oh, I can think for myself. I can do things for myself. Really? And now you are following the trend of the vibe of today? Oh, man. So tomorrow people start say okay, the vibe of today is going around stealing and committing crime is a new vibe of today. You all will follow because that's just a trend.
Did you guys date a transgender?
Actually, no, not really. Yeah, I'm not really.
Why not?
I believe this is not normal. This is not normal thing
Yeah.
to change from female to male or male to female because God, Allah, created us in a specific way. So why we change that?
Where are y'all from?
From Saudi Arabia.
So as you guys can see, the ones that we refer to as the uneducated people, the streets, the hood, the whatever, their reasoning and their way of life is even like it's 100% better, pure, good, and sensible than the so-called the educated ones in the campus that are just saying trash. Like one said that the vibe today is be gay, trans, and lesbian. So if that should be the case, so that is what they're gonna do. And they will call themselves critical thinker, researchers. They study in school, the future of tomorrow.